I've got to cut you off right here. This has to do with you're talking about no sleep and that sort of thing in this show. Now the big threat on the board is there needs to be some changes in Figure 4 because of this week. Because Bryan's so tired and he's so angry. There needs to be changes. We can't put up with this anger anymore on the show. He needs to stop watching Pride. That was a big one. That was Nut Bunny. Stop watching Pride.
And I want you to know I did not start that thread.
No, I just thought it was hilarious that there was a thread in the newsletter section. Is there going to be any back issues this week? Like, all of a sudden, the newsletter's important on the site. That's a gag. I'm like, no, I'm too busy. So Nut Bunny's like, stop watching Pride. When was the fucking last Pride show that we watched?
It seems like years.
So then someone else is like, stop watching UFC.
That ain't happening.
Okay, yes. First off, I enjoy UFC, so that ain't happening. And second off, yes, this week there was a lot of UFC because, and this is all UFC's fault. We don't really fucking need 2 to 3 hour specials or whatever within 7 days. But after that, there's only going to be a pay-per-view, and then there's no Ultimate Fighter till August. That's not a problem. Don't get so excited, Vince. You're going to miss Ultimate Fighter next Thursday.
It's my favorite show, but it's one less thing I have to watch.
But anyway, the point is, the problem isn't it isn't UFC and it isn't wrestling. It's everything.
Yes.
And I'm not going to stop watching it because I don't want to. You have to understand, I just get mad because there's so much stuff this week, and it's just ridiculous.
It's just this time frame.
Listen,
this
if I didn't want to watch something, I wouldn't watch it. There's no Guerrero's Del Ring. I've already made the decision this week. I ain't watching Guerrero's Del Ring. I just don't want to watch it. I don't have the time this week, and that's what ends up getting cut. Everything else, hey, it's not like I was suffering having to go watch Ultimate Fight Night last night, or Ultimate Fighter Finals. I was just pissed off that it was another fucking show. I'm going to watch it all because I like it. It just...
You sound so happy when you say that.
I'm flabbergasted. I mean, I need to stop going on the board or something like that, because sometimes the board really gets to me, and this is one of those weekends. Everybody is bitching about something or other.
That's true.
Bryan's too crabby. No, Bryan's not crabby enough. I hated that show. No, I love that show. The board needs to be no, it doesn't. This, that, and the other thing. It's everybody's just bitching about. I'm just not going to go on the board till like Tuesday. Everyone can just bitch to their heart's content. I'm going to do whatever the fuck I want on this show. I'm going to watch what I want, and I don't give a shit what anybody says. If you don't like the show because I've been complaining, then turn the fucking show off.
Jesus Christ, dude. Feel better?
I actually feel a little better.
Have you been holding that in for a while?
I'm starting to sweat profusely right now.
That caught me out of nowhere.
Just random bitching on I'm just sick of bitching.
Well, you do spend a lot of time with me.
And I am doing a lot of bitching on this show. That's
That's
fine.
also true.
Okay, but hey, you know what? Like I said, if I really get sick of the bitching on the board, I'm just going to stop reading the board. So we can it goes both ways. If you get sick of the bitching on this here radio show, just stop listening to the fucking show. And another thing, the bitching about this show needs to be 4 hours long. These shows aren't getting the proper amount of coverage on the show.
These shows?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck that.
TNA didn't get enough coverage, apparently, this past week.
Sorry, okay. Dixie. Sorry, Jeff.
Let me explain how this works. Just got an IMM from or an IMM. What a coincidence.
An IM from IMM.
An IM. It wasn't from IMM. No, here's the deal on this show. Somebody last night, I can't remember who it was, somebody was bitching, Ultimate Fighter finale should have got a full hour. Okay, let me explain something to you. I couldn't talk for a full hour about that fucking show. We talked about that show for 25 minutes last night, and when we were done, I covered every part of it that I was going to cover.
There were 5 fights, I believe, on TV, and 2 of them were very short.
Yes. When I limit things on the show, I limit things... The difference is this. When we cover SmackDown, if SmackDown's the only show that we watch, then we'll probably talk about every single solitary thing on the show, and much of it's really bullshit, okay? If we've got to cover 6 shows, yes, I'm going to do less coverage of TNA, but you know what? We're still going to hit all the important points.
Yes.
It's not like I'm going, we don't have time for TNA, I'm not going to cover the angle where Joe lost the X title. Okay, we covered that in quite some detail. And tonight we're going to cover the pay-per-view and Hogan Knows Best. And we're going to cover both of them in exact as much detail as I want to cover them in. If this show's over in 20 minutes, that's all I want to talk about them.
You know what? I actually, in the car driving over here, was going over that almost word for word the promo you just said. And then by the time I got here, I lost my energy. But yes, I agree. We're going to talk about the show. We're going to say what needs to be said, and I'm going to quit, and we're going to go home.
That's right. We're going to say exactly how much needs to be said.
I'm reminded, and this is not entirely what you're talking about, but someone on the board made a complaint. They wanted us to talk about the matches more.
No.
Well, A, no. B, what exactly would they want us to say? Go over the move for move, and they brought up the match Angle had with Mark Henry, where he did that stupid flip dive and landed on his head.
And we covered that.
We covered it, and his point was he never would have noticed it. So he wanted us to find something like that in every match.
Well, there isn't something like that in every match.
I know. That's what I said to him. But complaints we get sometimes are just.
I'm not meaning to cut a promo on every single person on the board. This is not really directed at any. Well, maybe a couple people in particular, but not really directed at everybody in particular. But here's the deal about the board and the show and the website and everything like that. I'm going to do it the way I'm going to do it. And that's just the way it is. If you don't like it, you've got a couple of options.
Kiss his ass, suck his dick.
Wow. I wasn't actually going to say that. My options are, if you don't like the board, don't read the board. If you don't like a certain guy on the board, hit the ignore button or just don't read his post.
For the love of God. Yes. This is not complicated.
If there's something on this show, if you don't like MMA, don't listen to the MMA shows. All right? If you don't like pro wrestling, don't listen to the pro wrestling shows. If
you don't like me, don't listen to my shows.
If you don't like Vince, don't listen to the shows that Vince is on. If you don't like Brent, don't listen to the shows that Brent's on. If you
I don't like Brent.
Please put your hand down
All
immediately. Right. If you just don't like something, just go out of your way to not subject yourself to it. That's how it is. Because you know what? The world of wrestling is a wide, wide world. And I have a lot of different interests in this world. I'm interested in MMA. I'm interested in pro wrestling. Sometimes I'm interested in Japan when anything of any value is going on. Sometimes when something exciting is happening in Ring of Honor, I cover it. If Necro fucking Butcher had something exciting happen, yes, I'd talk about that. But you know what? 99 times out of 100, he doesn't do jack shit that I have any interest in whatsoever. So that's the way things are going to go. I have a finite amount of time in my life. I have a finite amount of time on this show. And I'm going to cover everything to the best of my ability, and I'm not going to be able to please everyone. I just can't. So if you're unhappy with certain things, I'm sorry. And you know what? If you're happy with everything, I'm very happy for you. But if you're listening to this and you're actually happy with every single thing on this website, something's probably wrong with you. Because that's just weird. Because everything that we watched this week, I wasn't happy with everything. There was some stuff that I just didn't like. And I cannot bring myself to not watch it because I feel it is important to watch everything so that I can have perspective about everything. So I'm gonna fucking watch everything. I'm gonna fucking cover everything. And when we have a fucking week like this where there's 74 fucking shows, I'm gonna complain about it. And if you don't like it, shut the goddamn show off.
Yeah.
Here's your fucking promo for the night, kids. I think we need a happy song to...
Just out of curiosity, were I to bang the table in anger, would you get mad at me?
Yeah. How's it going, everybody? Bryan Alvarez here on Monday, June 19th, shut up and I'm here on Figure 4 Daily at 4WOnline.com. We have got a replacement guest today, and as many people on the board noted, who would be a better replacement for Bill Goldberg than the Zombie? Who were some of your influences growing up? Okay. Which guys helped you learn the European style? I know you worked a little bit with Doug Williams. Anybody else? Wow. Who was the first guy that you got into the ring with and you were like, you couldn't believe you were in the ring with him? That's good. Well, we're pretty much out of time today. I want to thank you very much for doing the show, and I want to thank everybody for listening. We'll be back on tomorrow talking more Lucha with Steve Sims, and I will talk to everybody then. I don't like the zombie drops.
Oh, dude, that's my ear. Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Could I get your email address? Maybe we could email each other. Oh,
I fucking hate you. God, you're a bitch.
Oh, God.
You are that. Okay, now I know the effect Melina has on you. Now I understand.
I'm in a good mood tonight. I've got a little bit of
absolute fucking bullshit.
Got a little anger out of me and everything like that. How you feeling, Vince? That put you on edge?
Yeah.